All right. So, hey everybody, my name is Crystal Fetzner, and we are getting ready to do our accountability sneak peek tonight. So, what we wanted to do for you all tonight is talk to you about what these accountability groups are, what you can expect from them, and really what it does for us as far as our health and fitness, how it's changed our lives. And, last but certainly not least, what's the cost of all of this? So we are actually going to get started tonight with Kyle. And Kyle is going to talk about the workouts that you can expect from your challenge group or accountability group, whatever you choose to call it. So Kyle, you can go ahead and get started.
Thanks, Crystal. Appreciate the intro. My name is Kyle Oliver, and as she said, I'm going to be talking about the workouts and what to expect in regards to workouts and accountability. When you're in a challenge group, the great thing about it is that you don't have to think about what workout you're going to do because it's built into the program that you're working on. And everybody in the challenge group is going to be doing the same workouts on the same schedule. So you're going to be living that love fest together, that sweaty mess. You're all going to be posting those same after workouts, sweaty selfies. And the way that you know how to do that is you get to print out, or if you have the booklets, they have calendars. So you paste that puppy right up on your refrigerator, your wall, your bathroom mirror, wherever it is going to look you smack in the face so that you know exactly what you're going to do when you get up that morning or before you go to bed that night when you're brushing your teeth, that the next tomorrow, Thursday, it's strength 45 and shift core. It doesn't even, you don't even think about it. It's right there. And you're all doing it together. And the other great thing is, oftentimes your coach will have already previewed some of that stuff in advance, and he or she can give you pointers to go along with the workouts. And that's on top of, Beachbody is amazing at making sure that you're safe, getting all the cues that you need to do a proper workout. Inside the workouts themselves, what they have are called modifiers, that if you're not quite there to a move, you can scale it down a little bit. Give yourself a level that you can start at and then work towards as you're going. Because you want to stay safe. You want to be sure that you're not getting injured and that you're coming back every single day to do that workout. That's what's number one. It's to get you fit and stay healthy. So in the workouts, you're gonna see that calendar. Follow it. That's not, and I'll just go ahead and be honest with you. If you really want results, that calendar is not maybe perhaps, or that's a good idea. No, do it. If you want results, do it. It's there for a reason. And finally, accountability-wise, if you're struggling with a workout, that's where you can maybe make some notes and said, this move, I had a hard time. Okay, that's expected. So maybe the next time that you do your workout, you think about, what did I have a hard time with last time? I'm going to push myself a little bit harder this workout and see if I can get one more rep. Today was one more rep. Tomorrow is 2 more reps. The next day is 3 more reps. And before you know it, you're killing a workout that you didn't think you could do. Because guess what? Stronger every day. And you are stronger than you know. So you just got to try a little bit harder. And again, accountability-wise, everybody else in the challenge group is doing the same workout. So you can be like, I hate burpees. And the next person goes, I hate burpees too. And then some crazy person like me will get on and be like, I had burpees for breakfast. And then, next time you'll be having burpees for breakfast soon enough. But, that's the thing that you got to think about is that you're enjoying, I'm not going to say commiserating, you're enjoying that workout with a bunch of other people that are doing the same thing that you are. You're never alone in this process. Your coach is there 100% with you. The other people in the challenge group is there 100% with you. You are 100% with you, and you're 100% with everybody else in that challenge group. So it's definitely the way to go. I started off with the challenge group when I was with Beachbody back in 2013 doing T25 when it first came out, and man, did it give me some results. I mean, I was hooked, and I did, I drank my Shakeology every day, and I did my workouts every day, and I nailed it. So you can too. And I'll turn it back over to Crystal.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Kyle. That was really, really cool. Now, when you started back in 2013, we didn't have the tools we have right now. So the groups that we were doing in 2013, they were just like groups on Facebook, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so do you want to talk just a tiny bit about the app that we use now?
Sure, and that is, thank you for reminding me about that. I wasn't sure if somebody else was going to talk about the app, but we do have what's called the Beachbody Challenge Tracker app, and you get in it each day. You know, your coach is posting on there, and even our CEO comes in and might post into our challenge groups, which is pretty cool because, you know, you're feeling the love from all over Beachbody. Some of the top trainers might post into your challenge group. But you also check in, like there's a little thing that says, bam, click, you did your workout, bam, click, you drink your Shakeology. So it's just another way of staring you in the face saying, you know, either you had all green or all blue checked off on your workouts, or you didn't. And if you didn't, you got to ask yourself, what, you know, who's getting in your way? Is it you? Is it your family? You know, you need to take a good, long, hard look as what are your priorities. So that's the great thing about the app, is it sets your priorities and it holds you accountable.
Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. And I think that's really a big part of what's changed about the accountability aspect of our business. And that now we have this app and it's on our phones. And so your coach can actually go in, and every night in my groups, I go in and I check to see. I'm on the West Coast. It's really easy for me to see who's done their workout and who hasn't. I kind of call them out and say, hey, what's going on, girl? Like, how come you didn't get your workout, and how come you didn't get your Shakeology? And sometimes you just forget to log it. And I mean, life happens and stuff gets in the way. But the neat thing from a coach's perspective is we can see immediately who has logged and who hasn't. And it's all on your phone. So like there's really no excuses. So I just wanted to touch on that really lightly because I feel like that's changed so much since when you got started, Kyle, and when I got started too. So I'm going to turn it over to Miranda now. Miranda's going to talk a little bit about the nutrition aspect, including the portion fix containers, which are really kind of gnarly. So Miranda, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. So my name is Miranda McCaffrey. I have been a coach since October 2014. I actually did my very first challenge group, which I thought, what the heck is a challenge group? The first time Crystal mentioned it. And she told me it was a way to help us stay accountable. And so the first challenge group that I did was on Facebook, and we did 21-day fix. And that's where these portion fix containers that I'm about to show you come into play. These have been a huge game changer, I think, for Beachbody, because just about every program that's come out since 21-day fix has incorporated the portion fix container system. It basically takes the guesswork out of how much you should be eating. You basically, it's kind of like the post office, the prepaid boxes. If it fits, it ships. If it fits in this green container, you get to eat all these veggies. If you put your fruit in this purple one, you get to eat those. You got your red for your protein, your yellow, this one's my favorite. This is our carbs. You don't get very many of those, I'll tell you that now. We've got our blue containers, our healthy fats. A lot of people refer to this as their guacamole, their avocado, or their hummus container, and you only get one of those no matter what meal plan you're on. And then your little orange container, you get two of these because you can have them, you can hold your salad dressings in one, you can hold some nuts or seeds in the other. It's pretty easy. I've seen Crystal fills one of these little things up with some little mini chocolate chips, and that's her little dessert. Hey, it's okay. At least you're not having a big giant handful, right? Portion control. And what's great with all of our programs, each one comes with its own meal guide. So 21-day fix came with its own meal guide. This really helped me figure out how to start with my nutrition. From there, I rolled into Insanity, which has the big white scary book. And there was a term that I hadn't heard until I did Insanity that nutrition and your workouts, there's like this 80-20 rule. A lot of times when you hear that, people say, oh, I eat clean 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time I let myself give. But for me, 80% of my hard work is going to get to my results based on what I'm fueling my body with. What food am I putting my body in, what food am I putting in my body? There we go. And then 20% of my results is coming from how hard I'm pushing myself in my workouts. Because I can push myself as hard as I can all day long in my workouts. But if I'm eating garbage, if I'm eating pizza every day, and if I'm eating tacos every day, as much as I'd love to, I'm not going to get the results that I know I can get. So each program has its own specific meal plan that is based on on how to get you the most optimal results. So right now, we're doing Shift Shop, and the meal plan's hard, but they've actually given you in the meal guide, they're like, here's your menu for the entire week 1, and here's your shopping list. So you don't even have to create that. They're just giving it to you and telling you, this is how many containers you're going to eat today, and here's all the food that's going to go in them. And so you don't even actually have to measure them out, because they're telling you, they're blah, 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 blah. And I am a huge, huge advocate for nutrition. I've graduated from culinary school. I know food, and I know how to substitute when you're allergic to something or when you can't eat something. So you never have to worry about not being able to follow a meal plan, because there are vegetarian options. There are vegan options, which we've got Lindsay, who is our resident vegan. Trying to think, is there anything that I missed?
What about if you do the streaming workouts? How do you, because you don't get a booklet with your streaming workouts. So what's the answer to that?
That was on my list that I totally blanked on. So Beachbody On Demand is like the greatest tool ever. I stream my workouts. I got nervous last night because I went to do my workout late, like at 9 o'clock, and it said no content available. And I was like, whoa. But you can log into beachbodyondemand.com from your computer, from your phone, from your iPad, from your tablet. And right there, you pull up your program. It's going to give you a calendar that you can print out, like the one that Kyle showed. It's going to give you your full meal plan. It's going to break down how the weeks are going to go. It's going to tell you absolutely everything. And there's even a cooking show on Beachbody On Demand called Fixate, and it incorporates the containers. And so if you're feeling like you're in a funk and you're like, I need to switch it up, you go and you watch. The videos are anywhere from like 2-3 minutes up to like 5 or 6 minutes. They're not very long, and you can download those recipes and the shopping list, and they're making it a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I've actually come out into the living room before, and we have Beachbody On Demand on our Fire Stick in the living room, and then we have it on our Roku in the garage for working out. And I've come out, and my son, my 11-year-old, is like watching the Fixate cooking show.
Oh, high five, Riley.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm learning the new recipe. Like, he loves cooking shows. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
But I wanted to show you, I have my Shift Shop program right here. So this is, I mean, it's just printed out, and this is my plan B. So it gives you the whole grocery list, and then this is what you're eating for those days. So, I mean, they have taken calorie counting, points for Weight Watchers people do points, macros. They have taken all of this and just seriously simplified it down as much as they possibly can. Like, literally, you get this many of this container, you get this many of this container. And those containers look small, but you'll be amazed at everything you can fit in there. Yeah, Kyle, what's up, girl?
You just reminded me of something that I did Weight Watchers with great success, although it didn't last. And one of the things that Weight Watchers, and I don't mean to speak ill of anything else out there, but I'm telling it from my perspective and what happened for me and what changed my mindset, was Weight Watchers and the point systems teaches you about counting points. The portion control system that Beachbody has done, it tells you what good foods you should be eating. It tells you what our body actually needs to have an efficient, well-fueled body. in the amount that you as the size you need. So me being the, huge giant that I am at 4'11" and a half, probably doesn't eat as much as Crystal, because she's a little bit taller than me. So you're not depending on someone else doing the thinking for you. You're learning how to eat the way our bodies are supposed to eat.
No, I think that's an awesome point, Kyle, because with the points, with macros, all this, you're trying to figure out where you can fit your cheats in, and with the portion fixed containers, I feel like they're like, okay, have a glass of wine, build it into your plan for your cheats. I was totally having a conversation with my kids that, like, yes, you can have a burger, it's okay, but you're not going to perform as well. Or you can have Cheetos, but you're not going to perform as well. Like, it's all about fueling your body. So yeah, Miranda, one more thing, and then we've got to get to Lindsay.
Yep.
Itching to talk about Shakeology. You know how she is about this.
No, and I forgot. I'm glad you mentioned the fitting the wine in, because, and like you said, they've actually said, hey, if you have a 4-ounce glass of wine, you're taking away one of your carbs, which I won't give up my carbs, but I'll just add it and then, suffer the consequences. But I got some really devastating news on Monday, and I actually reached out into one of my other accountability groups, and I said, I am thinking about breaking my meal plan and having a glass of wine. And he said, no, don't do it. He's like, you can wait, just wait until you're done with the program. You've got less than a week left. And I'm doing that. I'm waiting. So.
Awesome to hear. So, all right. So we've talked about the workouts. We've talked about the nutrition. We've talked about how we're going to hold you accountable to it. But now we are going to talk about truly what I feel is one of the most important things, and one of the most important things I put in my body every single day. I have to admit, I'm not a super big ingredient nerd like Lindsay is, and I say that with all the love in my heart. But somebody says, hey, you should drink this. It's going to make you feel good, and I drink it for a week, and I feel good. So I'm going to continue drinking it. And I have been drinking it every single day. If I miss a day, it's because we're like, I don't know, at Disney or something insane. But even there, I was drinking my Shakeology. I've missed very few days in the past 4.5 years of my Shakeology, because I really feel like it's the most important thing I put into my body. But I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Lindsay, because she speaks way more eloquently about Shakeology than I do. So go ahead, Lindsay. Take it away, girl.
No pressure. So first off, my name is Lindsay Hansen. I've been a coach for a little over 1.5 years, and I've been drinking Shakeology for a little over 1.5 years. I actually didn't start drinking it until I signed up for a coach, to be a coach, and I'll explain that in a minute. But it's really funny that I am the one talking about this, not because, like Crystal was saying, I really do love ingredients, and that was far before my whole coaching experience, and that's actually part of the reason why I became a coach. But before becoming a coach, I was so skeptical of these shakes floating around on social media. I was the picture-perfect person to research it and downplay everything about it. So now here I am 1.5 years later talking about it and endorsing it and telling you how much I love it. So if that says anything. So I started drinking the shakes 1.5 years ago when I signed up, because I was so skeptical. I got through about 6 months of the programs and wasn't using the shakes, incorporating it into the meal plan. I was actually doing the 21-day fix, doing it without the shakes, doing it with my own plant-based protein powder, because as I said, I am vegan. And I mean, I definitely got results. I'm not going to say I did not get results, because the programs definitely work, but they are all guided around or created around Shakeology and incorporating that at least once a day. But again, I was just super skeptical. I was like, I got my protein powder. I'm good. I'm totally fine. And then when I signed up to be a coach, I realized with my challenge pack, I was going to be getting a new fitness program as well as the shakes. I'm going to be 100% honest. those shakes, I was like, that's cool. I'm just going to get the packets and like give them to people to try because I'm probably not going to drink them. And that was just, and I think that's really important to point out because I know there's a lot of people that feel the same way, whether they're signing up to be a coach or not, or they just are like, I'm just going to go to, you know, my local grocery store or GNC and get whatever I want, and teach his own. But I'm here to tell you why this stuff is so awesome, because I truly, truly believe it. And I want to make sure that this is not, it's never, ever, for lack of a better term, a sales pitch, because we're drinking it every day. And that should say something. We're investing in that part of our nutrition every day. Let me turn this off because I don't want this to beep. Okay. So I first want to tell you what Shakeology isn't, and then I'm going to tell you what Shakeology is. First and foremost, it is not a protein shake. A lot of people say, like I said, well, I have my own protein shake, my whey protein shake, or my plant-based protein shake. There's a lot of great brands out there, and I'm not here to downplay them either. But Shakeology is not just a protein shake. It is, well, I'm going to tell you what it is in a minute, but it's not a protein shake. It's also not just a meal replacement shake. A lot of people think, well, I could do like Slim Fast or Muscle Milk. I don't know what else is out there, but, you know, and that'll just be my breakfast for the day or whatever. It's not the same thing. Another thing is, and this is going to make some ears perk, but it's not organic. And I'll get to that in a second too. It's also not a weight loss shake. And that was something that I thought it was, like it had this magical ingredient, and that was why everyone said that I should be doing it because it's going to give me fast results. It's actually not what it is. You can't just drink this and then eat, you know, the garbage like Miranda was saying and not do your workouts and that kind of thing. And it's also not grainy, which I think is really important for a lot of people because there's a lot of protein shakes out there that are grainy, and that turns people off, and they think, well, I'm not going to spend money on something I've never tried before just for it to turn out to be like the rest. So what it is a blend of superfoods, and that's something that a lot of us say, but it's actually something that I really hold near and dear to my heart because I think they're so, so important. And I research the crap out of this stuff even now. Like I've been a year and a half in and I'm still like, ooh, what's camu camu and what's, you know, cocoa berry or whatever. But it is a superfood shake that has a great amount of protein in it. So I think there's like 70 plus superfoods in each serving. And there's about 18 grams of protein in each serving. So when you compare it to other stuff on the market, you're still getting about the same amount of protein. I know that other shakes do have more protein in it. That's totally cool. But on all of these meal plans that we're following with our programs, this is just one protein that you're eating. This isn't the only protein you're eating. And you get protein from so many other foods, including vegetables, which I live off of. And the reason why a superfood shake is so important and not just a protein shake is because it's really filling the holes in our diet. I'm not going to preach a lot on this, but we all have heard that like the standard American diet should not be the standard American diet. Like we're not getting enough. We're not getting enough. Like the average person isn't getting enough vitamins, minerals, nutrients, probiotics, prebiotics. Like there's so many things that we're not thinking about. And I don't want to say you shouldn't have to, but that's a lot of work. Like I stress myself out with how much research I do about stuff and like what's in this and, you know, how can I get enough of this nutrient or whatever. And Shakeology just makes it easy. Like you just have one drink and you know that you're getting all of this great stuff in it. I did pull up, this is from Shakeology because I didn't want to botch anything, but I wanted to pull up some of like the main ingredients in it because if any of you are nerdy like me and you want to research it. So there's obviously a lot of protein and amino acids, and the amino acid profile was one thing that drew me to it because I was like, you know, the fact that they even thought about making sure, especially for a plant-based protein, you know, I'm not eating animal products. So if you eat animal products, you don't have to worry about a perfect protein. In the plant-based one, which we do have vegan and regular, holler, we have like almost every single flavor that's regular, we have a vegan version, which is amazing to me. So they thought about, let's make sure we have all of the amino acids so this is a true protein and the vegans are getting just the same, you know, just the same amount of protein as people who are drinking regular. The antioxidants and superfruits. So we all know antioxidants are really great. They help get all the free radicals out. But some of the things are like cacao, camu, like I said, bilberry. A lot of this stuff is stuff that you probably have never heard of, and there's reason for that because it's really not available here. It's not available in the standard American diet. You can't go to your favorite restaurant and get most of the stuff, and you can't really go to GNC and find a lot of this stuff. And if you do, I'll get into this too, but it's processed a little bit differently. There's also phytonutrients. There's super greens. We all know how important like kale and spinach and stuff is, but there's also like chlorea and spirulina. Really important things. So you can Google that on your own. There's prebiotics and probiotics. And for me, this is a really big thing that hits home for me because I have IBS, and that's something that I talk about quite often. And that was actually a reason why I wasn't going to try Shakeology, because I was afraid that it was going to hurt my stomach. You know, you have to be very careful when you have different GI issues. And that was one thing that I actually told my coach. No, I'm not going to get into that because I need to make sure I know what I'm putting in my body, which is a very smart thing for people who have any type of illness or whatever. But the prebiotics and the probiotics, I knew that probiotics were really important. I was taking them in capsule form as it was before Shakeology. And I started reading up on prebiotics and realized that you really need both to go hand in hand. And once I started drinking Shakeology, I realized that I actually don't take the capsule form anymore. I only use Shakeology, but that's for another video. And then the other thing is the digestive enzymes, again, that goes hand in hand with IBS or really anybody. Like if you're eating anything that is hard for your body to digest, it's really important to have these enzymes, and just having it all wrapped up in Shakeology is amazing. So for me, I really think of this as like my vitamin and mineral shake because I always eat it with something else. So I kind of talked about it not being a meal replacement shake because if I'm going to have it for breakfast, which is when I usually have it, I always have, a piece of fruit or a spoonful of peanut butter or something else to go with it. Plus I blend stuff into it too, just to make it like super creamy and amazing. Because who doesn't want a milkshake for breakfast? That's literally what I have for breakfast every day. And I'm jealous of myself. I'm always like, I need to tell everyone, like, I need to snap this to everyone because it's so amazing. So that's what Shakeology isn't and what Shakeology is. I know I talked about it not being organic, and this kind of goes into the reason why I jumped on board with Shakeology. And when I say that, it's not like when I signed up to coach, because obviously that box I was already thinking was going to be going off to somebody else. Like, I'll just give that to my friends and stuff. But what happened was I was like, well, I guess I should probably try this to make sure it's not like terrible. And I tried one and I was like, okay, I guess I'll have one tomorrow too. And before you knew it, my box was literally gone. And I was upset because I was like, all right, well, it looks like my foot's in my mouth now because I didn't take my own advice. So where was I going with that? So it's not organic. And I was concerned about that. I looked into that. I was like, well, then what am I putting in my body? What is this like crazy combination of chemicals? But Darren O'Lean, and Crystal, you just let me know if I'm going, because you know that I get so excited about this stuff. So let me know if I'm going too crazy and taking too long. But Darren O'Lean is the one who created Shakeology. And he was actually already looking into creating the superfood shake before Beachbody came along. And that was probably the main reason why I trusted this, because I didn't feel like I was being sold something just to be sold something. This was from a third party superfood hunter, as he calls himself. I think of him like as a food scientist. He's a freaking genius. But he was already traveling the world and looking for all of these awesome ingredients that are so important to have in our diet. And Beachbody found him and wanted to really use his brain and his experience and partner up with him to create this Shakeology. So for that, I realized that this wasn't just like Beachbody created something that they can make money off of. So because he does go around the world and he goes to all of these different farms, he is making sure that everything is sourced. You can't really have organic stuff around the world. Like the way that we produce organic foods here and farm organic foods, it's all based on our our American standards, right? So if you're taking something from somewhere else, you're not going to have the same standards. So I'm not going to go too much into that either, but it made sense.
I think, Lindsay, I'm just going to interrupt you really quick because we've only got about 10 minutes left on the call. One of the things that he said was because these are like little farms that they're sourcing these superfoods from, and I remember hearing him say this, like asking them to get certified organic is, I mean, it's like umpteen zillions of dollars, and he has determined that these foods are good enough, are to his standard, which is probably higher than the United States organic standard anyway. And so at that point he was like, okay, we're gonna put this in the shake. So I'm so sorry, Lindsay, I've got to cut you off, but can you just tell me in like 10 words or less what Shakeology has done for you personally, like, with your health, whatever?
So, okay.
And I really wish your hair was down because, like,
I know that's terrible. Okay, so my hair has grown insanely in the past year and a half. It's crazy. People ask about it all the time. My nails, I have to cut them once a week because they are just obnoxiously long. My stomach issues are like 100% turned around. Well, 90% turned around. It's insane. And my results from my workouts and my programs are far beyond what they were before.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with everything you're saying. My hairdresser has said the same thing. I used to do a boxing class and I had to keep my nails short. I had to cut them all the time. I'm sorry, I poop on the regular, makes me super happy. And I have kids. Like, I have an 11-year-old and 9-year-old. They're little germ factories. I'm not sick as much, which is amazing. I think all of us, seriously, every single person on this call could talk about how Shakeology has changed our lives. But it's really just something I feel like you have to try and know that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can ball up that bag and throw it in a box and send it back to Beachbody, and they will give you your money back minus shipping. Like, just, give it a shot. Try it. So, Tina, I know we had you scheduled to talk about the performance line, but we have got like 6 minutes left. So can you talk about it in like 3 minutes?
Yeah, I can. Actually, I didn't do any research, so it's just going to be my own personal experience.
Sweet. Go, girl. Do your thing.
So Energize is what I use before my workouts, and my favorite performance thing ever. Only because I can be tootling around the house and getting lunches ready, and my lips will start to tingle, and I'm like, it's time to push play. That's my favorite thing. I love it. And it doesn't give me like the caffeine crazy blah rush. The Hydrate, I use that during my workout and finish it after so that I can rehydrate my body. I used to drink Gatorade, and it would actually make me more thirsty, and I found out that it has a lot of sodium. So that would actually dehydrate me, and that's one of the reasons that I don't use salt in my diet, because it dehydrates my body really bad. So that's how and I love the flavor. Absolutely love it, because Gatorade, you get like some of those flavors and you're like, whoa. Yeah, I love the flavor of Hydrate. The Recover comes in 2 flavors, chocolate and orange. I have no idea what the orange one tastes like because I'm kind of scared of orange stuff. And I'm a chocolate girl. I can't help it. But I use that especially when I start a new program like the Shift Shop that we're doing right now, because that actually killed me. I think I died a few times, and this brought me back to life. The Recharge, I use it at night, and it helps me be able to get out of bed in the morning after a workout that tries to kill me. And I also give it to my boyfriend when he has a really rough day. He's a woodworker and works with the military. And when he has a really bad day, I will make him drink it at night, and he's like, fine. And he feels much better the next day. It like regenerates whatever ails you while you're sleeping. The creatine, I tried it. I'm not sure what it did because I really don't know how to use it, but it's supposed to build muscles, and I got some. So
So it must have worked, right?
it must have.
Well, and one thing that I want to touch on with the performance line that a lot of people don't know is that it's actually endorsed by Ironman triathlons. So the fact that, I mean, and I don't think every single piece of our performance line, but the main pieces like the Energize, so the pre-workout, the post-workout, they're endorsed by Ironman, and I feel like Ironman is like, oh. So I mean, I trust their opinion. My husband is an Ironman triathlete, and it's kind of a big deal to get endorsed by them with these pre-workouts, post-workouts, all that sort of thing. And I've done, I just want to, my own personal with the performance line. I've actually done marathons, and when I was training for my marathons, I would come home after a 14-mile run, after a 16-mile run, after an 18-mile run. I was at the couch, guys, for the day. And I couldn't get enough fuel in my body to give me energy to be human the rest of the day. And I wish I would have had the post-workout shake that we have now, because it makes a world of difference. Like it's like the heavens have opened and it's totally different. So, all right, we have got less than 3 minutes left. So, price. How much is all this going to cost me, Crystal? Okay, so the way that Beachbody does this, and I look at this like when you get your TV and your internet and your phone all together and it's bundled. Okay, so you can buy all of those things separately. And I'm going to tell you, I've had lots of people say, I'm going to get this from here, and I'm going to get this from here, and I'm going to get this from here. And guess what, guys? It ends up costing them more money when they think they're getting a deal, more money than if they just would have put it all together. So when you put it all together in what we call a challenge pack, you get, now our best deal, in my personal opinion, our best deal is the streaming workouts right now. Because you can get every single workout made by Beachbody from the beginning of Beachbody for a full year. So that's any workouts that come out within that year. You get all of that streamed online, and we can go over everything that you get with Beachbody On Demand another time. But you get that, plus you get your Shakeology shakes for 30 plus days. Plus, you get the portion fixed container. So you've gotten everything we've discussed here with the exception of the performance line, which is kind of an add-on thing. All of that together right now is $160. And in my personal opinion, like, you can't get all of that for that price anywhere. So we have less than 1 minute left. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this really quickly and just tell you guys, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So not only are you getting these wonderful, amazing products made by Beachbody, but you get your coach who's going to hold you accountable to your goals. So if you have any questions, please message us. Thank you so much for watching our video. We really appreciate it and hope you have an awesome, awesome night. Bye, everybody. Thank you.